Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody is enjoying the night. Um, yeah, I was going to talk a little bit about the state of Kodi. I was going to talk a little bit about the state of streaming. Man, a lot of, there's a lot of options out there for all of us, but, a lot of people not talking about really what's really like the best options like for your money. Um, should you still run a Kodi build? Man, I'll tell you, I don't. A lot of this stuff is crazy. A lot of Kodi builds are severely broken because a lot of builders just don't want to put in the work to make the build right, or they don't know what they're doing to make a build right. My Kodi stuff is all available on my Telegram group for free if anybody wants to try out my Kodi build. I've made multiple builds going that are doing between Android and Windows. There's some stuff you have to do with input stream. The input stream add-ons in Kodi because they're different from Android to Windows. So you really need a separate one. You can manually delete those add-ons and then copy in the Android add-ons, then back up the build. Yeah, so like people need to make a working build. I mean, it really comes down to some people just putting in the work. I've put in weeks and weeks of work on my current Kodi build, and it's absolutely terrific. I probably won't leave this live show up. I really wanted to talk about the state of a lot of these builds, and I'm not going to open some of these builds. I'm just going to say there's some of the most popular builds, and I opened them, and I was really disappointed. Half the shit's broken. They're trying to push you to use tracked. They're trying to push you to use this or that. Um, and it's crazy. And then, they're trying to push you to get these really expensive boxes. There's absolutely no need. A lot of these YouTubers are getting these boxes for free from these companies. So they're trying to push it to you because they're kind of obligated. And that's really a bad thing. Everybody needs to do a little bit of their own research as far as what's going to be best for them. I personally don't think you need much anything more than something like the own box if you're in the United States. If you're out of the United States, then there are a few other boxes out there on the market for you that you can get. I am going to show my Kodi build here in a little bit. I'm waiting to let some more people get in here. I'm going to talk about that. I'm actually going to show you a few little tips and tricks actually in Windows as well that I use to do my Kodi build, and some things that are actually will help you guys out a lot. But there are a lot of really good boxes out there you can get in the $100-ish range, and that's all you need. 16 to 32 gig of storage at least, so you can run a good Kodi build or two, run some Kodi forks, right? So people are going to say, well, what's your Kodi run on? Well, I do have a Kodi fork that has my wizard built into it. It's 21.2, the newest version of Kodi. It's all set and ready to go. All of those files are available on my Telegram. If you want to have Telegram on your device, you can go ahead and download directly from Telegram and get those files that way. That's one of the easiest ways to get. 4 gig RAM is a must too. Yeah, I mean, 4 gig of RAM can definitely be a help when you're streaming video. But a lot of it boils down to your internet connection as well as where you're streaming the content from. You know, getting a lot of people don't talk about AI upscaling, and that's becoming a big deal. You can actually stream 720p, 1080p a lot of times, and you're going to get that upscaled to where you're basically getting a pretty good 4K experience. You don't have to stream and watch 4K videos. That's another thing people need to understand. You don't need these huge 4K files in today's world where you're buying these new TVs that all have AI upscaling. You don't even need a box because you can get these TVs with Google TV built into them, and they're ready to go. So you load on your apps, you load whatever you want in there, and you go for it, and you can go ahead and run anything you want. Um, then there's those other services that are on the internet. People talk about the debrid services. A lot of issues with the debrid services a little while ago, but they're working pretty good now on most things. I didn't have too much of an issue because I run Kodi. Now, Kodi, in my opinion, is still the GOAT. It's still the go-to for me. It's been my daily driver for like 7, 8 years. It's absolutely the best way to get and stream your content or download your content or watch your content in a variety of ways. There have been some bad things about Kodi in over the years where I was running a previous version or two back, because when they came out with new versions, they broke a lot of add-ons, they broke skins. So that's been a big issue. And the Kodi themselves has not been quick to actually fix a lot of these issues. In the Kodi repo, you'll find tons of broken add-ons, absolutely, that don't work. Absolutely no reason why they shouldn't work. You'll also find missing in the actual Kodi repo a lot of legitimate add-ons you would like to have. Now, those add-ons are available from other third-party repos, and automatically, if you try to talk about anything third-party repo-wise on the Kodi groups or on their site, they tend to, throw a hissy fit and act like little spoiled brats, like their shit don't stink. But I'm telling you right now that they need to get their shit together, because a lot of the stuff over there is broken, things people really want and need. I'll give you a perfect example. While making my build, there's an adult section. Now, I could easily use a protection program in there to password protect the adult add-ons so that you have to punch a thing in. If the Pin Sentry add-on worked, but because nobody has decided to try to fix this add-on, and it's really the only security add-on, the actual security built into Kodi is really not good enough. Doesn't do what we want. That's a really, really big issue in building these builds. And again, if you've built a Kodi build in Windows and you've had a problem transferring it over to Android, if you're using PVR Simple Client, or you have had a problem with YouTube, then that's because of the input stream add-ons. Now, Kodi also has it so those add-ons don't update. If you transfer a build that was built in Windows and then it goes onto an Android system, it should see it's an Android system and automatically update those add-ons to the Android versions of those add-ons so they work. This is another thing that Kodi doesn't have right. Long laundry list of things, of really simple things that they could fix. I don't understand why they keep making new versions of Kodi without fixing the basic underlying things that need to be fixed in order for things to be right. Now, with all my griping and complaining, I still use Kodi on the daily. I still think Kodi is the GOAT, greatest of all time, and there is a lot to be said about running Kodi. Now, right here I have a zip file, and this zip file is available in my Telegram group on my desktop right here. This is my public Kodi 21 build zip. Now, this is what's called a portable Kodi, or portable, file. If you open the zip file up, you'll see public Kodi 21 build. You can copy and paste that. You can use WinZip. You can do whatever to take that out. What I want you to notice though is when you do that, in my C drive, I put that in portable Kodi. I have a portable Kodi folder, my personal build right here. And now what I'll do is I'll open this up, and I'm just going to copy this over. This is what you do to get the portable build. You can just rename these folders. You could have 10 different Kodi builds in here. You can have as many copies of Kodi. This is like a Kodi fork for Windows. Portable Kodi builds are excellent. You don't need to know how to make your own portable Kodi, because I already have it zipped on in my Telegram group for you to be able to grab. It's also available from my web server as well as my FTP server as well, which that information and a bunch of tutorial videos are also over in my Telegram group for people if they want them for free. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you a service. Uh, just, me trying to help out the community, giving some free stuff. How does what work, Donald? My build or the portable Kodi? The portable Kodi is for Windows only. Now, if you want a fork for Android, there is a fork for Android also in my Telegram group. There's actually two forks. One is called Lite, which has no wizard, and another fork which it has my wizard, so you can install my build. So I just copied this over, and it's done. Now, this is a self-contained copy of Kodi. This will not affect any copy of Kodi you have on your computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a shortcut and put this shortcut out here on the desktop. Whoops. Let's see. So this is my build right here. Let me quit this. I'm going to show you guys the build here. YouTube actually works in both Android and in Windows with my build, as well as there's PVR Simple client working in both, everything. So we're going to go over that. But now that I've copied this over, what I need to do is I need to rename this because there was a naming conflict. This is my personal build. Kodi my build. Okay, so Kodi my build, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shortcut for portable Kodi. Let's put this out on the desktop. We'll put this over here. Kodi public build. So we're going to go to properties, and then I'm going to change the icon, and I'm going to go ahead and browse, and I'm just going to browse to portable. Well, I'm already in portable Kodi, but you can just browse to the portable Kodi folder wherever you put it, and get the Kodi icon there, and then apply that, and then you got a nice Kodi icon on your desktop as well. There you go, portable Kodi. Boom! I made you a zip file, really quick and simple. Let's go ahead and open this up. And you're going to get a message like this on a lot of your machines. You're going to want to run anyway. Then you're going to need to allow access through the firewall. And then the problem I'm going to have here is I'm going to do something none of you have to do. I have to install a different wizard. And only because I'm on my local server, because my local network, I'm on my local network and not completely on the internet for protection. And I'm going to go ahead and get the wizard. You guys don't have to worry about doing any of that portion. Add-ons updated. Okay. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the wizard. The wizard will open up. And if it doesn't open up, you just go to the add-ons and you'll see the on-demand wizard. Just open it up and install the builds. So just go here, select the build you want. Going to install the Windows on Windows, Android on Android. You're going to get adult or non-adult depending on what you like. We're going to go ahead and install the ATV build Windows here. I usually always do a fresh install. I kind of counsel people to do that. You will get a notification if the build updates as well. And so if the build updates, you're going to get you'll get an updated message on the Kodi build here as well. So let's save changes. Now let's go ahead and open up the public build. So that's the build's opening up. And there's some add-on updates available. That just kind of depends. Don't worry about the API key stuff. That's if you want to add your tract or add a debrid service in, whatever. So that's all up to you what you'd like. This build as you can see, all the sections are separated. So if you want the TV guide, you've got your PVR channels, you got a PVR guide, uh, you've got you've got PVR channels. And again, this build works both on touchscreen, phones, tablets, as well as Windows PC. Obviously, if you're putting it on a phone or whatever, you'll put the Android version, but it's going to look the same as this. Won't be any difference. I'm in the middle of linking more channels into the iView guide, so there will be more channels linked in here. There is not going to be guide data right off the bat here. This will update within about a day of getting the build installed. Because it's set to update every day. But those channels, I'm not going to play any live channels on here for obvious reasons, but the majority of those channels do have channels that work. If you go into the live TV section, here's what each section looks like. You've got lots of add-ons full of live TV. And all of this is, for the most part, working. I mean, there isn't going to be a bunch of broken stuff. You'll have the occasional channel that won't play, but you're going to have a majority of channels that do play. On-demand videos, you're going to see these are free. So these have free links that play absolutely great. Lots of free links in Free 99, Scrubs, and Aliundi. And so you have a lot of free links in there. Yeah, that's where I'm going right now for you. So here they are. Donald, is the free links from these add-ons. You're going to get terrific movies, TV shows, all your free links in here. I have videos showing this working in my Telegram group, showing these working. So these are working add-ons. They work. These all work too, but you should have like a Real Debrid or Aldebrid account to make these work. These three though are free. They're going to give you free links, and they will work. They definitely are working add-ons. You got your private Plex content. If you have a Plex server, or you have a friend that has one that you have access to, you can access that here. Local video files. If you go here, you can add your video files. If you have a USB drive plugged into your device, it will show up here, and you'll be able to actually open videos from that or an external hard drive. So that's right here under the on-demand videos as well. So you got full access to local video files, you have access to your Plex, you have access to a bunch of add-ons that work great with all kinds of different services, whether it be a Debrid service, or whether it be a whatever service you might have, Premiumize, etc. That's what those are for. A search section, which gives you the basic search features of some of the main add-ons in there, and then you've got a sports section. So here is Mad Titan Sports HD, and it looks like I got an icon problem for the Cruise Sports. Still opens it, so I'm not exactly sure. Must have been a little problem with the download of the icon there, but it still works, and I will fix that with an update, so don't worry about that. But it's not like it's not working. But there is these will give you great sports links to all of your sporting events that you could possibly want. So that's all in a section. So this is my problem. A lot of the builds, they really don't have everything like in sections like this. And if they do, then they're using a widget for one add-on. I also have videos in my Telegram showing how you can add widgets. You can actually add multiple widgets for multiple add-ons for different sections if you want to actually change the build up in a certain way. Audio. Gosh, we got great audio from MP3 streams to Pandora Radio to TuneIn to Lit Live. All of these work. Every single, music videos from Pluto TV. This stuff's all just absolutely great. If you want news, there's a bunch of news from these different add-ons available for news channels that just open and play. I'm not going to play any content. YouTube. If you open YouTube, you've got your options for YouTube here, and you can play YouTube videos. One of the reasons why that's really important, and a lot of builds they don't have a working YouTube, really is because in these add-ons, pretty much all these add-ons, you can watch trailers, but the trailers pretty much come from YouTube. So you really kind of need that working. Obviously, a favorite section, settings is the settings for the build, add-on browser, file manager, weather. You want to put your, you know, your weather in. Oh, and one of the things I have in this build in the file manager is I have most of the sources already in here. So if you want to add add-ons, you can to this build. You can also add game ROMs. There is the Internet Archive Game Manager and RetroPlay. If you click here, you can add game ROMs from a USB drive or otherwise. Same thing for audio. If you've got your own local music on a drive, you go to local music. Again, you can add music right here from a USB drive that's got MP3 files or whatever music you might own. You can add that there. Absolutely terrific stuff. So a lot of people might wonder what skin I'm using on this build. This is the Titan Vanilla skin. And I absolutely love this skin. This skin gives you the ability to make the build look like any build you want to make it look like. Do you want to make it look like Estuary? Do you want to make it look like Confluence? What do you want to make it look like? You can make it look like practically anything. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of show that to you right now as well. I'm going to go to the settings, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to skin settings, and you're going to notice right here home screen layout is Titan 3 rows. And under Titan 3 rows, here is a horizontal, and we can make this a simple Confluence home screen, modern low, or low horizontal. So if I select Confluence style home screen and then go back to home, look what happened to the build. The build just changed. The build looks nothing like, except for the backgrounds, it looks nothing like what it was. So if I go down here, I've got a submenu. So if you want this type of look, that's how quick you can make it. You can change the entire build. Everything's still going to work. Everything's still going to work. You just change the look of the build with just a couple of really quick clicks. So this build will make it look like anything. Now, this is just one of the looks that you can make the build look like. So let's go ahead and go back. Go back to settings. So we made it look like Confluence, right? Let's go back to Confluence. Let's go back in here, and instead of that, let's go to this layout, right? So let's go to this layout. Now this is like your this is going to be simple Confluence vertical. This is going to be kind of like Estuary, but not quite. There is some other options in here that looks a little more like Estuary. But you know what? We're going to do this, and there is your options. And then if you want your stuff in there. Now, the cool thing is you're going to notice in this view right here. Now, this is one of the views that I know that a lot of people like to have the build in this view. And the reason is all this open territory for widgets. So you can go ahead and set your widgets up. And guess you can set a ton of widgets up with this. So let's go ahead and add a widget. So let's just go to settings. Let's go back to skin settings. And then we're going to go to edit menu shortcuts. Now in menu shortcuts, here's all the menus. Now you can create your own extra menus as well. And so what we do in here is we're actually going to go, first I got to turn on the widgets because I have widgets disabled because I personally don't use widgets. If somebody wants widgets, by all means they can do it. I don't because widgets kind of slow down the build a little bit. But let's go ahead and let's go ahead now let's add some widgets. So let's go skin settings, and let's go to edit menu shortcuts, and now we're going to have widgets, right? Well, let's go ahead and go to on-demand videos, and let's go ahead and go to widgets. And here is the widgets, right? Look at how many widgets we can add. Now remember all of that. Remember all of that real estate. You can have multiple widgets. So we're going to select a widget, and we're going to go to an add-on, video add-on, and we're going to select let's go to $3.99, browse movies, and we're going to go to most popular movies. We're just going to add that. This is just for use as widget. Okay, so now we got a widget there, and select. Let's see, cancel. Okay, so I gotta select the widget again. I messed up. Let me go to video. Let's go to add-ons. Video add-ons, free 99. I wanted to do a different, click a different setting. Most popular movies. Use as widget. Whoops. Okay, so layout right here. Layout is none. So you got to select a layout. Now, the cool thing is yeah, you can select a widget. And guess what? You can make that widget look all kinds of different ways. Do you want that widget to be poster? Landscape? Landscape small? Square? Small poster? How do you want that widget to look? Banner? Landscape large Netflix? Details? Landscape details? Poster details? So I kind of like poster details because I like to get the details of the movie. So I'm going to select this, and there's going to be a reason why I'm going to tell you that I like to do that. Is because you notice that there is multiple widgets available. That you notice how this is free 99 and it's going across there with widgets. You can then make a widget underneath that and another one underneath that, and you can scroll over to the widget, and then you could scroll down to the next widget and down to the next widget. So you could have widgets for like 2 or 3 or 4 add-ons, or one widget for movies, one widget for TV, or you could make 2 separate sections, one that's on-demand TV and on-demand movies. I used to do that, but I just have one section that's just on-demand videos in my build now. But that just depends on the person, how they would like to, set the section up. But absolutely terrific here for to get your widgets in there. So that's one way, and you can change all the colors in this build too, so the colors can look completely different as well. It really just depends on your personal preference as to how you would like things to look. Let's exit out of the build now. So I gave you guys kind of an overview of the build, and again, this is the how I have the build looking. This is me, my personal build, and like I said, there is absolutely tons of content that all completely 100% works. I hadn't really done a public build for people in a while. And one of the reasons why is because the skin was broken in Kodi 21, and I had to fix it for 20. It wasn't working. The skin I used, this skin, Titan, the Titan skin, the proper Titan skin, wasn't working in Kodi 21. And about 4 to 6 months ago, it got published and fixed. I fixed it for 20. I couldn't find a working one when 20 came out. So I had my build working in 20 with the skin that I fixed. And then I noticed that somebody produced one completely fixed, because the one I was using was from Kodi 18. And I fixed it to work in Kodi 20. Went into the code and repaired it to make that work. If there are any questions about Kodi, I mean, Honestly, I mean, you get a good Kodi build. If you make a good Kodi build, you could literally still run like something like this on your box, and you literally don't have to run anything else. You literally don't have to run anything else. You're good to go. So that's why I still think Kodi is the how should I put it? The goat? Yeah, the goat. It's kind of what started the whole streaming craze for all of us, and nowadays we've got all these other Kodi. We got all these other APKs and add-ons and so on and so forth out there. Um, this live show will not stay. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to leave it up for a little while tonight for people to go back and rewatch it. But definitely, I'm taking it down. Any of you that want my Kodi build, it just all you have to do is go to join the Telegram group if you haven't joined, and you'll be able to go there and get the fork and get the and download it, or you can get the, which I showed at the beginning of the show, is the zip file for the public Kodi 21 build. And if you need to re-see how to do any of this, all of this information is separate videos in my Telegram group for you to help you out installing it and using it if you want. I just kind of felt I needed to go live for my subscribers, the people who have followed me for a lot of years, and were interested in if and when I re-put a new Kodi build out, so that I could get you guys going with something that works, because the community is so full of broken stuff right now. I mean, um, a lot of great work by a lot of people in the Kodi community, don't get me wrong, but there is so much just broken, and I think it has to do with people just not knowing what they're doing 100% when it comes down to the add-ons and being able to manipulate the add-ons to make them work across across platforms, um, Android as well as Windows, because there's a lot of issues when it comes to the when it comes to getting the replacing the add-ons that don't work across Android and Windows, and making sure you have the Android add-ons in that build instead of the Windows add-ons for the Android version of the build. But yeah, you can add your M3U lists. You can add your extreme codes in the build. If you have services that use an M3U or extreme codes, your Plex, everything's available and working, along with a ton of free movies, TV shows, and videos to watch from not only the likes of some scraper add-ons, but also the likes of other add-ons like Pluto TV and Exumo and etc. Um, that's another thing, like legitimate add-ons like Tubi and stuff. I mean, there's a few legitimate like APKs that should be that code there should be Kodi add-ons for, and there's not, and they're not working. These are the type of things you would think the Kodi people at Kodi would try to make. Oh, these are legitimate. Let's make sure we're giving the community some good legitimate add-ons, when they're not. I mean, just so much stuff's broken from the Kodi repo itself. You cannot make Kodi work well at all with just the Kodi repo and their official add-ons, because their official add-ons are officially broken, and they've been broken for a long time. There's so much stuff in there that don't work. It's ridiculous. So this is why people, you need a build from somebody who knows what they're doing to make a good build. This is why also you have to use third-party repos to get add-ons that actually work worth a darn. I wish I could show you more detailed information here on YouTube, but we are a little bit limited as far as what YouTube will allow me to show you when it comes to this type of thing. Is there any questions from anybody who wants to ask me about anything at all? Any detail information that people would like to know? I mean, this is the same basic build that I've been doing for years and years and years and years, except for it's just much cleaner, much better ran. It runs much better now than it ever did before, uh, with some of the new updates that are out there with the skin, especially, as well as updated add-ons. So, and my servers, people, you have to understand that my build comes from a server here in my house. So my server, I'm not paying for servers. I'm not paying to have my web hosting on a server. I'm not paying to have my build hosted on a server. I host it here on my own server. So if it's ever down, it's because I've either got a power outage or I've got something going on where I'm doing an update on my server. It'll come back up. Usually I'll post, if the server is down, for some reason I'll post that on the Telegram group, why it's down, and people will know from there. I want to thank all of you for coming and listening and watching and learning, and the future is very, very good. Kodi isn't dead. Kodi is far from it. Kodi actually is, in my opinion, if you know what you're doing, it's working better than it ever has been. There's more availability with working add-ons out there if you know where to find them than ever before, and things are actually really, really, really good in that respect. And I believe I've got a video did I put the video out already? I don't remember. But if you want to run an Android apps on your PC, MUMU Play actually has no ads and runs absolutely terrific. So that's definitely something that I would recommend you run. Well, it's not that one. So the MUMU Play, you can actually run it and run all your Android. This is a launcher right here, Projectivity launcher, that I'm running currently on here with this. So this is a really cool, like, TV type launcher, which is really cool. It doesn't normally look like this, but if I run let's see, probably this one, we'll show you the standard skin that it looks like. Projectivity launcher to normally only installs properly on Google TV or Android TV. You have to run a modded version to run it on standard Android, which that's what this is. Cool thing about MUMU, it's running like Android 12, so it's a fairly recent version of Android. And so it's it's actually really compatible with the Android apps out there. If you want to run them, you get the full Google Play Store in here as well, and you can just drag and drop APKs right into it from Windows, and you can run all the Android apps you want. This is how I run Android. I run a home theater PC, I run Windows, and I run all my APKs through this. I don't run an Android box on my home theater. It's running off of a Windows PC running to a projector on a big screen in my home theater. So this is how I run Android. So, that's not how most people are going to run it. But if you do want to run Android on your PC, whether it's a laptop or whether it's a desktop or whatever it might be, this is a great option to be able to run a full load of Android. And it's free. So MUMU play. Again, not selling you guys anything, just giving you some nice free advice and free information to try and help you out as far as making the most out of your equipment and enjoying your streaming world the best you can. So, any other questions? If anybody has anything they would like me to do a video on, or anything they would like me to talk about in the future, definitely just leave a comment, let me know, and we'll go from there. But yeah, this stuff is really, I mean, you know, the stuff can work well if you get a good Kodi build. I'm not going to bash or talk bad about any particular Kodi builds or any developers or anything like that. Um, the Other than the stuff coming from the official Kodi repo, because that's, pretty self-explanatory that they've got a lot broken that they need to take care of, if they want to be what they are to the community, which I love Kodi. I don't want it to go away. But if they want Kodi to continue to thrive, they need to give people the good free stuff that's out there that's legitimate. They need to stop having broken stuff that doesn't work, and make stuff work correctly. Too many things broken, like Pen Sentry, not having a Tubi add-on. Those are just a couple of the things. And when they come out with new versions of Kodi, they continually cause things to be broken. And like skins, when Kodi 21 came out, it was like there was very few skins. Skins had to be fixed left and right to be made working with the Kodi 21. So it was absolutely crazy. All right, you guys all have a good evening. I'm going to head on out and